This message is brought to you by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. As part of its tobacco regulation efforts, the FDA Center for Tobacco Products recently launched a pilot program to deliver information about tobacco product regulations via text messaging and held a contest to recognize 4 users. We're pleased to recognize one of our winners, David, a former retailer who signed up for the program when he worked in a local convenience store. We recently met with David in Pennsylvania, where he explained why retailers need to be up to date on FDA's role in tobacco regulations.
It's important for retailers to be up to date on the FDA's regulations because we're the ones that have to deal with on a regular basis customers coming in and out, and we're the ones that have to make sure the kids are 18 and that they're buying tobacco products legally.
David explained how he had used FDA's tobacco regulations at his job.
When I worked at the market, most of the time I was behind the counter, which meant that I was responsible for making sure that customers were 18 whenever they went to buy cigarettes, and also explaining the regulations to customers as they came through as to what we could and could not sell. On a day-to-day basis, we would have to deal with customers coming in and asking for flavors that are no longer allowed. And they'd ask us why they changed the names, or there aren't names anymore, why they can only buy menthols, why the chewing tobacco is now behind the counter, and why they can't just conveniently walk across and grab it off the shelf.
We asked David why he signed up for the mobile messaging program.
I signed up for the text messaging program because I wanted to be as up to date with the regulations as I could be, just try and see if there were any explanations for why the regulations were out, and I also wanted to make sure that I had answers for my customers.
David discussed why the mobile messaging program was useful to him as a retailer and how it could be improved.
I think the idea behind the text messaging program is great because it came straight to me, came straight to my cell phone, which was convenient for me and also reaffirmed some of the regulations that I was a little bit hazy about. The FDA could best use their text messaging program to provide us with not only the updates on any federal regulations and to make sure that we know the federal regulations, but they could also give us a little bit more of the reason behind the regulations.
Congratulations to David for his interest and involvement in FDA's tobacco regulation efforts.
I think that the text messaging program as a whole is a great idea, and with a little tweaking would be very effective at keeping retailers informed.
Thanks to David and all of you for working with the FDA and your state to break the chain of tobacco addiction among America's youth. Keep tobacco out of their hands. It's the law and the right thing to do. To learn more about FDA tobacco product regulations, please visit our websites.